Hey everyone, this is Pete, and welcome back to the Lost Files of Sherlock Holmes, the case of the Serrated Scalpel. Where last time we did some more digging, we unlocked a bunch more locations. We encountered Antonio Caruso here, who is the gentleman friend of Anna Carroway, who is the sister of the murder victim Sarah Carroway. But there's something mysterious going on with Anna Carroway as well, because she hasn't shown her face for a little while. She claimed to her boss at the opera house that she was ill, and there just seems to be something a little bit strange going on. We've also got a few other leads. There was a kid that she took some interest in, that she was going to get a gyroscope for. Now, Wiggins has a gyroscope, so we'll see if we can convince him to part with it, no doubt for a handful of pocket change. An exact, though inexpensive replica of Maxwell's dynamic spinning top. Its condition states clearly that it is a well-loved and much-used toy. Wiggins, give it to me. Wiggins, my boy, I need to use your gyroscope for a short while. That can be arranged, Mr. Holmes, if the price is right. You're sharp, Wiggins, I've always said so, but I would merely like to borrow it. Rent it, you mean, for money? All right, you will be compensated. Let's say $1. It's most precious to me, sir. Dr. Watson himself gave it to me last Christmas. Very well, I know when I'm bested. I'll buy it from you for ½ a crown. Sold. I hope you enjoy it as much as I've done, sir. It's nice to have an adventure game where the protagonist has sort of bottomless pockets as far as money is concerned, and you don't have to concern yourself with finding individual coins to pay for things. Right. Let's see if we can attract this little get's attention. Here he comes. You there, boy. Might I have a word with you? I'm under instructions not to speak to strangers, sir, but I do have good manners. Good day, gentlemen. What is your name, lad? My name is Paul, sir. Nice gyro. Hello, Paul. I am Sherlock Holmes, and this is Dr. Watson. What is your family name? My father has warned me never to reveal it to strangers. He is very important in the city and has quite a temper. Might I see the gyro? Paul, how well did you know Anna Carroway? Very well indeed. Are you chums of hers? She was my nanny when I was little. Could I look at the gyro? Do you know where Anna is now? Maybe. I think I have to go now. Is that an English gyro, or is it foreign? Do you like gyroscopes then? Very much. I have one of my own at home, but father wouldn't allow me to bring it to school. Do you know how it works? It's all about inertia and centrifugal force and whatnot. It's the motion, you see. That's what makes them beautiful. Quite so, Doctor. Now, Paul, would you like this gyroscope? To keep? Yes, please. And you, in return, might help us find Miss Anna. Is it a bribe, then? Not at all, my boy. We just need to find Miss Carroway, and you're the only person who might be able to help us. You're certain that you are her friends? We're working with Scotland Yard on a criminal investigation. We are trying to keep her from harm, but we haven't been able to find her. In that case, I'll help all I can. I wouldn't want Anna to come to harm. She has a new house in East London somewhere. Someday she's going to take me there. She sings in the opera, whatever that is. Her sister Sarah's a stage actress, and I think Anna has a boyfriend, looks like a foreigner, who wears nice clothes. That's all. I hope you find Anna. I have to go now. That feels like all information we already knew. Paul has left his cap hanging on the metal fence. Its battered condition reveals that this is certainly not the first time he has so casually discarded it. Well then. After stealing a schoolboy's cap, let's see if we can pay Anna a visit. This case has more unexpected turns than the Cretan labyrinth. A heraldic emblem rendered in brass plate serves as a door knocker. The knocker itself looks like the golden shoe of a very small horse or pony. He said, "Knock loud and long." That's not happening, is it? A huge collection of leather-bound books grace a stack of polished mahogany shelves in this lifeless room. 3 gilded chairs are placed in a row against the east wall. The whole effect suggests the waiting room of a man of business, a lawyer perhaps, or a chartered accountant. There appears to be no access to number 28 next door. A brick townhouse of the type made popular in the last century by Horace Fisher. The massive solidity of the facade is broken by delicate leaded glasswork and the iron balustrade above the entryway. The columns are cut from single slabs of granite, mined from the same quarry used by the builders of Stonehenge. A beautifully designed rosewood door. Its top 2 panels are done in elegant leaded glass. The Italian influence pattern continues the theme established in the windows which surround the door. Watson. Ah, Watson, the marvels of East London. An elegant townhouse not 5 minutes from the Bank of England and Threadneedle Street. The city never ceases to amaze. This is what I believe the Americans call a serendipity, Holmes. That's their way of describing an unexpected pleasure. I am indeed surprised to see such a lovely home in Shoreditch. How shall we approach Miss Carroway's serving woman, Watson? If Mr. Caruso may be believed, we may not have to deal with her at all. The door is locked. Okay, there doesn't seem to be very much we can do here right now, so let's come back later. Where haven't we been yet? We've not been to Covent Garden yet. And I think that might be the only place we haven't been. I think. So let's head over there. So I think we're starting to hit a bit of a dead end with the Anna stuff. The sign says Psychic Readings by Madame Rosa. Now, I've talked before in some of my other videos about how certain sound effects and bits of music and stuff from video games I played as a kid have stuck with me for years. And this scene has always stayed with me for some reason. The combination of the swinging sign over there, which I always thought was quite an impressive graphical effect at the time, and the distinctive little bit of music here. It's just something that's always stuck in my mind. Hello, good sirs. Buy some flowers from Leslie. Tuppence for a bunch of violets. A very lovely array of blossoms you have here, young lady. Oh, thank you, sir. Might you be interested in a bouquet or two for someone special? Watson, isn't Mrs. Hudson rather fond of violets? Well, yes, she is, Holmes. Young lady, here is £1/4 for a dozen of those lovely violets. That's most irregular, sir. They are but tuppence. I would be pleased if you would keep the difference in exchange for your time in the answering of a few simple questions. My pleasure, kind sir. I'm looking for a man who brought some pink carnations from you in the last 2 or 3 days. I don't have many carnations now, sir, but a couple of days ago I had plenty. What did this man look like? I'm seeking a more complete description of the man myself. It is possible he had you inscribe a card for him to go with his flowers. Many customers like to add a personal touch to their flowers, especially if they're to be a gift. My mum says I have a lovely way about my writing, and if a customer asks, I don't mind adding a word or two for him. If you could show me the card, it might help me remember him. Lucky I pinched it from the crime scene then, wasn't it? Is that it? Yes. Is this the card you wrote for a man who bought flowers here recently? Why, yes, sir, it is. I remember the man now. He seemed nice enough, so when he asked me to write a special note to his lady friend, I was glad to help. But no sooner had I finished and handed it back to him, than he started in asking me to come over and drink with him in the pub there. I told him no at least a dozen times. When he finally gave up, he told me to come around and see him when I changed my mind. Like I ever would. Where did he say you could find him? You know, that's a funny thing. It seemed like he was about to, and then he thought better of it. He just looked disgusted and turned to leave. And to make things worse, he tossed his cigarette into my barrel, the one I used for my flowers. Did he say anything else? Nothing a respectable girl would repeat, sir. After he tossed his cigarette into my water barrel, he looked at his sleeve and cursed something terrible. I never heard such words before. He looked around my barrel, cursed again, and then stomped off down the street. If you have business with this man, you're welcome to it, but please don't say anything to him to make him come back here. The basket hangs from one side of the barrel. Bouquets of assorted flowers are densely packed in it. The barrel is probably filled with rainwater, and the flowers are setting with their cut ends in the water. The bung of the barrel is made of Spanish cork and is swollen with moisture. I need that water for my flowers, sir. Please don't empty it out. Okay. Discarded flowers lay piled on the corner of this crate. The barrel is full of coloured water. The water is deep red, as if a dye or stain has been added to it. Peering deeply into the fluid, you can just make out a shiny object at the bottom. What about the iron bar? You can't do that. Don't think I've got anything that is suitable for fishing things out of a barrel with. Unless it's the basket. What is the basket? A simple basket formed of baling wire. It is the basket. You can't do that. A shiny brass cufflink with the initials GB inscribed on it. Do we know a GB? Don't think we do we? What did the note say? You're just a secret admirer. What did the playbill say? B. Hello, Leslie. How is business? Well enough, sir. Please come back if you ever want flowers. That's fine. Just don't look at what I did over there. It's fine. Right. Let's have a look. This passage presumably leads to the palmist referred to on the sign above the passage. Well then, let's pay her a visit since she's here. Good day, gentlemen. Or is it night? How may Madame Rosa be of service? Good day, madame. I'm looking for someone. Do you seek a sign from a loved one who has passed to the great beyond? Not really. We're investigating the murder of a young woman. And do you need to speak to the dead? No, you misunderstand, madame. We are looking for her killer. I'm sorry, I have no powers with the living. Shall I read your palm? I could tell your fortune. I'm sure you could, but not today. I want to speak about a murder. Even if I could talk about it, which I can't, the spirits would not be pleased. Mercury is in retrograde today, you see. Perhaps you would like me to determine your marriage prospects. No, thank you. I think you'll find that my marriage line is very short. Then I cannot help. What a shame. Good day. The crystal ball captures and reflects the flickering light supplied by the candles and the gas fixture above the table. The effect provides a little mystery to an otherwise ordinary room. Excuse me, may I be of service? Probably not. Just yet. This well-used chair appears to serve the palmist's clients. So seated, they seek fortune, good news, a loved one, or fame. Despite the palmist's ministrations, there is little doubt that most of them stand up disappointed. Okay, how about the pub then? Shouting drunk. Can you help me? I'm looking for someone. Question mark. The Lord helps those who help themselves. And who's there? What? Yes, my man, bless her heart, always said I should have gone to see glass with the price. What? The man's drunk beyond all sense, Holmes. I'd like a pint of your best bitter, and something for yourself. Very kind of you, sir. I'll have a lemon squash. Good evening, landlord. I have need of some information. And who might you be? This is Mr. Sherlock Holmes, and I'm Dr. Watson. We are assisting Scotland Yard in a murder investigation. My name's Taggart, but I'm no information bureau. I've got customers to serve. In any case, I see very little, hear even less, and generally talk about it not at all. Do you recognise this cufflink? Yes, sir. I've seen that fancy link more than once. It belongs to a chap named Blackwood. And just who is Mr. Blackwood? He's a big blowhard, is Sue. He's almost as stuffed as those specimens of his. See that tiger over the door there? I brought that one down myself during my tour in India. Blackwood can't spend 5 minutes in there without telling me about the ratty job that was done mounting it. He claims to be the best taxidermist in London. Do you know where we might find this fellow? Well, now that I do not. But if you must see some of his work, you can. There's a specimen at Bradley's tobacco shop just west of here. The proprietor's a friend of mine. He had Blackwood stuff a moose he bagged on holiday. I've seen it myself, and I don't know what it is that Blackwood goes on about. My target's easily better. I need this information, sir, and if you're a sporting man, I may just get it yet. Just what do you mean by that? I'll play you at darts, and if I win, you tell me what I need to know. Well, I am a sporting man, as you say, but I don't play with just anyone. Prove to me you're worth my while, and I'll consider your proposal. If you can beat the house, I'll play you. Oh, I remember this bit. Good evening, my man. Perhaps you could render some assistance. I'm looking for a young man whom I have reason to believe frequents this establishment. You are? I'm seeking vitally important information. Can you help me? Sorry, Gav, we've got no Lou here. Holmes, I believe we've exhausted this chap's vocabulary, if not his knowledge. Sir, if you would be so kind, could I interest you in a friendly game of darts? The hand of the Lord is on this place, and no one of merit has touched the board all evening. It would be a bad omen to be first. Play I will, but another must go before me. Alright, let's go left to right then, shall we? Excuse me, sir, might I interest you in a game of darts? You might indeed, Governor, but at the moment I'm busy with this fine mug. Talk to me again or I'm not quite so preoccupied. Sir, the board is empty and I require a worthy opponent. Do you perhaps play darts? What's that? Darts! Darts! Of course I play. I'm the champion of Basil Street. If you're looking for a challenge, then I'm your man. Which way is the board? Right this way, my good man. Shall we begin? By all means, and you, sir, may throw first. Oh, right. Oh, I remember how to play this. Okay, dart 1 scored 0 points. So you have to choose the horizontal and vertical power levels. And we're playing 301. I got 1 point. It's a good start, isn't it? 20 points. At least Skipper's too pissed to do much better. Right, now I got this. 20 points. 20 points. A little bit too high. So a little bit under that notch then for the triple, hopefully. Oh dear. $60 points. Also, it was a bit of a shame there's no music in this bit. But also, as I mentioned to someone in a comment a few episodes back, this game actually taught me how to play darts. Because I obviously knew of the existence of the game darts before that, but I'd never played it. I didn't know what the rules were or anything like that. So, yeah, that was really interesting to encounter this for the first time. 20 points. We just get 20. And then the double. Do we have to finish on a double? I don't know. Let's find out. Too high. Bugger. Can't remember how. Oh, busted. Bugger. The one time I don't want a triple, that's what I get. $20 points. $20 points. No, you've just got to get the target score then. That's okay. All right, one down. Who's next? Excuse me, sir. Might I interest you in a game of darts? You might indeed, Governor. Well, go play the other guy first. I'm looking for some challenging play at the dartboard. Would you care to join me? Oh, you chance to have a chap. But these fingers have been blessed by Simon and all the saints, and I will not be so easily defeated. Come on then, Willie. One point. Tremble in fear. Well, not an amazing start, but I'll take it, since Willie is still pissed off his face. 50 points. 50 points. We'll have none of that, Governor. 60 points. Too low. Oh no. $180. There I was thinking this might be a problem. Well, I'm not there yet, so... $60 points. And just a 20 to finish. There we go. Holmes wins. Alright. Sir, if you could part from your drink for a few moments, I would welcome your participation at the dartboard, since I'm trouncing everyone. Winning against those two dilapidated brummies is no great feat. I suppose it's up to me to take you down a peg or two. Prepare yourself, sir. Right, come on then, Mickey. $60 points. 60 points. Oh, not quite. 140. You're not so hot, Mickey. $60 points. Oh, too high. $20 points. 100 points. Not bad. Not bad at all. Alright. 61 points to get. There's the 60. Little bit to the right. And up there. One. There we go. Beautifully done. Alright, come on then, publican. I'm ready for that game now, if you please. So you are. Shall we begin? Alright, Tom, you're going to be amazing all of a sudden, aren't you? Right, watch this. Too low. Oh, rubbish. Terrible start. 20 points. Lost my rhythm. Yeah, that's not good. Gotta beat him with triple 20s. $180. All right. And Bully's special prize. That was a lot less painful than I was expecting. I've been playing Yakuza recently, and there's a darts minigame in that that's much more difficult than that. So that was very easy in comparison. All right. And now, Mr. Taggart, as you promised, I'm looking for a young man about 17, well-built and quick-witted. I'm told he has frequented this establishment. You play a fine game, sir. And as promised, I believe the fellow you're looking for works for a chemist in Hattington Street. You do well to direct a few questions his way. Thank you, sir, for the information and the game. Alright, I think that's probably a good place to leave it for now, since that's a significant milestone is getting that darts minigame out of the way. Oh, I'm pleased that went by so smoothly. So, yeah, we'll take a break there for now, and we'll come back in the next episode and pick up the investigation there. So for now, it just remains for me to say, as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time.